old dirty bastard today. So it's dirty on his teeth. I'd like to get that on my teeth that just said Scott. Be like smiling, like, what's your name? I'd be like, Scott. That's my name. Don't wear it out. Welcome to your Vape at 5. I am your host. I'm BlackCat. I'm a little frazzled. I just sat back down. Waylon Jennings, my cat, he was all over me. He wouldn't leave me alone. I had to pick him up, carry him upstairs. He was very, very upset about that. Take him out of the basement so that I could do this show. Did I already do welcome to the Vape at 5? Did I already do that? I think I did. Well, I'm your host. I'm BlackCat. Today, I have a review for you. Now, this is an oldie. This is not something that is new, but it is something that is still available on most websites, and it is extremely fairly priced. I saw it priced at $12.99. I saw it priced at $9.99. So I'm not going to tell you where because I get in trouble for that, I think, but it's like Element Vape and places like that. So I just did tell you where. For like $9.99. It is the Serpent bottom feeding RDA by Wotofo. This was actually released in 2016. What's interesting about that? Well, it's a bottom feeding atomizer. In 2016, there wasn't a whole lot of that. In fact, I got my first squonk around the same time, around 2016. And I'd actually never heard of it. And I remember having a conversation with a gentleman on Facebook, and he was telling me how squonking was so much better than dripping, and it was better, you're going to love it, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't know. It sounds kind of weak, and you're going to carry the bottle around with you, and you can only get one battery, and it was like, there wasn't a whole lot of selection back then, because back then it was all custom-made squonks, as far as I knew. And I ended up getting one, and I didn't have this atomizer. I wish I did, but I didn't really enjoy it that much. And it was because the atomizers had not caught up to that technology yet. This one did it. So for this to come out in 2016, it really is something, in my opinion, that is innovative. And the one bad thing about it was it's a 22 millimeter dual or single coil RDA, really small, 22 millimeters diameter, roughly 20 millimeters from the bottom to the tip. So it's a nice compact RDA. It comes in a dual or single coil. It has a single coil option, which I'll show you. And it really packs a punch, but it has a lot of airflow. For being so small, it has a lot of airflow. It's a 2 millimeter by 8 millimeter airflow holes on both sides, wide open. And they're right on top of the coils. If you run it dual, they're right on top. I was really pleasantly surprised by this RDA. I didn't know what to think of it. I wasn't going to review it. And the reason why I wanted to review it was for a couple of reasons. One is I do think it's innovative. It's a bottom feeding atomizer that came out in 2016 when really nobody was talking about that kind of stuff. So that to me is pretty cool, and Wotofo taking a chance and kind of seeing into the future, because it really took off 2017, 2018 is when squonking really took off. The other part of it is because it is a really good atomizer. I was blown away by its performance, by its flavor. There's some things about it I don't like, but other than that, like the performance side of it, really well done. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and take it down to the table here. You're going to have to bear with me today because I'm going to use the autofocus function on my camera, and I'm going to really try to do that and see if that will work. So if it's out of focus for a little bit and then waiting for it to focus, I apologize in advance, but it will focus eventually. I think if I beat on it long enough, it will focus. All right, let's get down to the table and take a look, guys. Bring this down here. I'm going to show you the ins and outs, every little thing about it. I'm going to show you my old dirty bastard shirt. What 45-year-old man, do you know that wears the old dirty bastard shirt? Well, this fucking guy does. Goddamn right about that. Let's go down low. All right, here we are with the Serpent. Hold on, focus. It was focused and then it went away. Oh, come on. Don't make me already take away the autofocus. Focus. Nope, we're going to have to use the manual focus, guys. So let me switch over to it. There we go. Here's the box that it comes in. It's got that kind of snake-type box by Wotofo. Not a big fan of the presentation of it, but it's neither here nor there. It's an easy-to-get, easy-access box, which is nice. Side here, it says Serpent. Back here is some information regarding the RDA. You don't want to use this if you are pregnant or if you have an unstable heart. Now, that doesn't mean if you have a breakup. During my divorce, I had an unstable heart. I don't think they're referring to that here. I think there's a little bit lost in translations. This is from China. Keep the product out of reach of children and animals. Don't let any animals like Waylon Jennings, you stay the hell away from this. Here's what's in the box. I will show you that here in 1 second. And this product does contain nicotine, guys. Nicotine is extremely dangerous and is going to kill you. So just remember that while you're using it. Let's look in here. It comes with a couple different drip tips. You get a wide bore Ultim 810 drip tip, and it comes pre-installed with a 510 aluminum, or excuse me, it's actually stainless steel drip tip, I believe, with an Ultim insert here. So the Ultim insert is separate from the actual 510. I used the 510 adapter on it, and I absolutely loved it. What's in the box here? You're going to get a really nice little screwdriver. These are, I don't remember them doing these much anymore, but these are really handy. So you got a couple Allen keys on both sides of it, and then here you have Phillips head, which you don't even need a Phillips head, but you really only need the big one here for the, because you can't replace, that's something I'll mention later, but you can't replace the squonk pin. It comes with a squonk pin, you can't replace it. They don't provide another 510 pin with it. So only thing you can do is crank down the deck screws, and that's this one here. So the other one two are just extra, but I really like that. O-ring gives you some instructions on how to use in multiple different languages here. Little shirt that you can wear. I don't know who would wear this, but you could probably wear it. I might, I don't know. Might try that on later. All right, and here you're getting some extra pieces of cotton. Remember when they used to have these, the ones you couldn't see through? Here is some coils. I believe there's 3 coils in here. And then here are your extras. So let's go ahead and dump these out. Get a couple extra deck screws. Whoa, come on out of there, little guys. Some extra O-rings. And in here, I know there's supposed to be a deck airflow changer, but I don't see it in the box. Now, I did see that it may be in another one of these compartments, but you do get a air condenser where you can run single coil and put that in there with it. So you can run this single coil, and it does have an adapter for that, but it's in one of these bags, and I don't feel like opening all of them up. So let's put all this stuff back in the box, and I will show you the RDA. Again, there is no, believe it or not, there is no 510 pin with it, which I remember a couple atomizers doing that. They really don't do that anymore, but that is what they used to do with a lot of these atomizers. All right, so here is the actual RDA. Nice and small, but actually I think it's a good looking RDA. Dual airflow on both sides. Again, it is 2 by 10 millimeters. Wide open, you get quite a bit of airflow with it. All right, the top here comes in with 510 pin, or 510 drip tip. Stainless steel 510 drip tip. I go back to the manual focus. There we go. 510 drip tip, dual O-ring on it there. Really nice. Top here, let's see if I can get that out. That's one thing about it. So this is really odd how it's set up. So here's the top part. You'll see that Ultim insert there for your 510 drip tip. Really well done though. I think the machining on it looks nice. Dual O-ring there keeps it in. It's a little difficult to get it out of the barrel, and there's something about it that I'll show you that makes it a little bit difficult to take apart. So instead of it being a barrel and you actually take off of the deck actually pops out. So here's the bottom of it. Serpent bottom feeder by Wotofo. But to get it out, you actually pop it out like that. And then this is all one piece. Really unique. I don't think I've ever seen an RDA like this before, where it's actually the barrel's actually one piece and sits underneath the deck. One thing, there's a couple of things that this does. One, it's it's basically like putting a beauty ring onto an atomizer. And what that does is if your 510 pin in the mod is not tall enough, then it will not make contact, and you'll get a lot of check atomizers because it's not making contact, because you're taking whatever the width of this part is on the bottom here, you're taking away that length that you're screwing down the atomizer. So that's one thing about it that it is having it like this I didn't really like. But it's, I mean, it's well machined. It's got a little bit of machine marks in there. Can't really see with the black, but they're in there. So this is basically the barrel for it. And again, there's your single airflow for your single coil and then both sides for your dual. Here's the deck. So it is a dual post, 4 post hole. Every lead gets its own post hole, which is nice. Kind of reminds me of an old Twisted Messes deck. Got your positive here and your negative. Juice well, not really that deep, but it doesn't really need to be. It squawks really amazingly, and I'll show you how that works. There's the actual deck. You have hex screws here for your deck, which I really, really like. Dual O-ring sits in that cap. You don't really need the dual O-ring, I guess, to keep it from moving. But again, here is, now this squonk pin is not adjustable. So that's how far it sticks out, and that's how far it is going to stick out. So when you put it in here, this is how much actually comes out of the bottom. So that's it right there. I noticed when I was using it with the top side dual that I could not keep it connected. It just was not long enough. And I actually went to adjust the 510 pin to pull it out a half turn, and I couldn't turn it. So there's no way to even move that, which is a fail. Deck on it is, I feel like a really nice design for 2016. Pretty basic as far as, but it gives you an option. Those post holes are fairly big, so it gives you some nice coil options. Even though you're not going to really want to run anything too big in this. I ran fused Claptons, 27 gauge Nichrome 80 fused Claptons in it, and I got a really, really nice warm vape. So there it is. Gold-plated 5 squonk pen there. All right, so let's go ahead now. Here's another part of it that isn't so great, is I'm gonna have to actually put the coils in, wick it up, and then put it back into the atomizing barrel. So let's move that up, and I'll turn the autofocus back on. Hopefully it will work. There we go. So let's put the coils back in that I used before. Let me grab the hex key for that and my coil rod, and we'll get these installed. It's funny, I didn't know how old it was when I first got it, but as soon as I saw these bags, I knew it was pretty old, because Wotofo went away from those quite a while ago. All right, so it's already open. So let's grab our first coil here. Set it right in there. And make sure I got that side in there good. I do. All right, perfect. Just gonna hold it there. One thing about these dual or quadruple post holes is it's so easy to install coils. It is ridiculously easy. Put your 4 leads in, tighten it down, you're done. You don't have to worry about meshing them together or about one not getting in and the other not getting on top of it correctly. This makes it so much easier. Let's turn this upside down. And let's make sure we get that one in there good. Notice my one lead was kind of short, but let me make sure I get it in there before I screw in the other one. All right, it's in there. Make sure we get this one in there good. Yep, that's in there good. Just hold it there. Now, I already use these coils, but I am going to dress them and I will burn them in just to avoid any sort of unrest in the chat. All right, so let's get these all lined up. This one lined up here. There we go. I'll turn this one just a bit. There we go, looks pretty good. They're a little spread out, but that'll work. I'm all right with that. So let's go ahead and put it onto a mod. I'll burn them in real quick. Grab my tweezers. And see how it sticks up there. So this one is perfect for it. Actually, this has a manual adjust 510 inside the mod here, so I adjusted it so it would sit perfectly, but I just could not get it with the dual. And see, they're burned in nice. There we go, that looks good. This one here is a little beat up, that's all right. Another thing is you have to be real careful taking this thing on and off. You won't burn yourself, because now I got to take it off. I'm going to put it back on my stand here, wick it. And then we'll put it back into the case. Back into the barrel, I guess you could say. But it is almost impossible to mess with this thing and not burn yourself at least a little bit. There we go. All right, let's get some of my holy fiber. Get a piece of that out. That should work. Okay, let's see here. Let's break this in half. Take this here. Roll it up. And slide it through. Take our time pulling it through. There we go. Let's roll this one up. Pull it through. There we go. Looking good. One thing about this is you do not want your wick to be very long. There's not a whole lot of room. That deck, those juice wells are tiny. I believe they're 2.5 millimeters, and they are absolutely tiny. So you really don't need any wick for this. So I'm just going to string this out a little bit, straighten it out, comb it out, as it were, on each side. And we're going to cut it up. All right, so get that to lay out nice. Cut it up. Both sides. All right, there we go. And I'm literally going to pull these both back. And let's add a little bit. What did I put in my squonk? This one. So put a little bit of Prohibition in my squonk earlier. So we're just going to stay consistent with that. We'll get a little bit of juice on these. Make it a little bit easier to manage. Just put it right down in the juice well there. Get it up nice. There we go. Looks nice. Now I'm just going to pull this one back here. Take this one here, slide it in nice. All right, so that's about all the wick I want in there. And I'm going to actually cut this other side because I pulled it back a little bit. So let's just cut this one, straighten it out a little bit. There we go, straight, cut that off. I need some more shear type scissors. These scissors I use for wire, so they're a little bit much. That might be too long still. Oh no, that's okay. But I am going to clean it up. Grab this side here. Oops. Put it in there. Oops. Yep, see, that's still too long. Let's cut that one off a little bit. And the bottom part here. You really don't want to overwick this. That was what I did the first time I used it, and it took away from the flavor. You don't really need any wick at all. Just keep it saturated enough, and you're going to get some really fantastic flavor on it. All right. Whoops. Come on, guy. There we go. This is being stubborn. With this deck being so small, it's a little bit more difficult than a traditional deck to install on or to get your cotton in there the way you want it. And I'm kind of particular how I get mine in. So I had to mess with that. Looks pretty good. All right. There. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and put this back into its case here, and then we're gonna put a little juice on it. So now I drop it back into this. I want to make sure that my coils are lined up with those airflow holes. That is another thing I'm going to show you real quick that I don't like about it. So when you move your airflow control is controlled by this here, but you have to make sure that when you're screwing it down that you get this part of the deck pushed down as far as it will go into the mod. And that was another thing that I found that I didn't really like. So what I mean by that is I'm screwing this on. Now that's as far as this part will go. And you'll see I'm moving this part, but it's not moving the deck. So you keep it lined up, and then you're gonna have to put your fingers inside here and turn that deck to make sure that you're making contact with your 510. And that to me is another fail. So let's go ahead and wick this up. Well, why don't I do this? I'll show you how this thing squonks. So here's a squonk on it. Absolutely perfect. Look at that. Comes right up and basically just covers your coils. Covers the coils, and you can over squonk it for sure though, because the bottom part of your deck here comes right up to that airflow hole. So if you squonk it one too many times or a little bit too much, you have a pretty hefty squonk bottle, then you will over squonk it and it will leak. So there we go. Go ahead and put this back on. Set that right down to match your airflow there. Airflow is wide open. All right, let's go back. Excuse me, let's go back up top and we'll talk about it. Get this up here. Go back to main. There we go. All right, so that is the 2016 Serpent bottom feed atomizer by Wotofo. You know what? It kind of takes me back in a way because there's things about it that make me think 2016, but not a whole lot. And there's things about it that make me think, wow, this was out in 2016. That's pretty cool, man. That's really a... they were really had a lot of foresight to make this and to actually put it out. And it took a lot of balls to do that because, I mean, back then, a lot of people were still dripping, and the majority of people were. I think now, most people squonk, if not squonk exclusively, so it's not really so much of a risk anymore. Let me take a couple drags off this. I'm going to get a nice couple of hits off this. This is really, really good flavor. Got a little bit of leak. I over squonked it when I was showing you guys. Okay, first off, so I started using this about a week ago. Again, when I first started using it, I wasn't planning on reviewing, and the reason being is I was like, who wants to see a 2016 atomizer? And I was like, you know, nobody's gonna really want to see it. But then after using it for a few days, I was like, you know what? I don't know if people want to see this, or maybe they won't go looking for it, but the people who do stumble across it, I feel like I'm giving some good advice here. This is a really, really nice atomizer. It has fantastic flavor. The one thing about it, though, that can take away from the flavors, you can over squonk it. So if you don't like a really flavorful, juicy vape, this is really not for you because you will get a ton of flavor and a ton of juice. And it's really, really easy to over squonk it, so you have to be very, very careful with it. That they didn't provide a 510 pin, that's kind of a drawback. And I'll be honest, I like to drip more than I do squonk, especially on mechs. It doesn't really allow for that. The casing on it also, the way that it's set up, whereas I thought it was kind of cool that the way they did it, there are some negatives to it, and that's the reason why I don't think anybody does it anymore. But all in all, for 2016 RDA that's priced at $9 to $12, I was really happy with it. So let's go through and do the cons and the pros. First, the no 510 pin, which I just mentioned. That's a pretty big miss. You should put a 510 pin in there. Give me something I can at least, I mean, it's a dual coil RDA. I mean, I'm going to want, there are 22 millimeter mech mods. There are 22 millimeter hybrid mods that you could use this on. I have a couple of them. So you should include a 510 pin with it. Shallow deck. So the deck is very, very shallow. And as you saw, the deck comes right up to the airflow. So, I mean, it's right there. The bottom of the airflow rests on the deck. Easy to over squonk, easy to leak. It's just part of how this RDA is. And using in squonk mode, it is a concern that it will leak. And it will leak, I promise. The deck set up inside the barrel. I showed you how you can turn the barrel but not necessarily turn the deck, so you can easily take your airflow right off of the coils just by turning it a little extra. That you have to reach into the deck and tighten it down to make sure that your 510 pin is making contact. If you don't do that, you're going to get a lot of check atomizers. And I spent the first day trying to figure out why I had check atomizers. I kept like uninstalling coils, putting the coils back in, twisting them down as tight as they would go, and I would still get check atomizer. I'm like, well, wait a minute here. I know that they're making contact. Everything in here is good. I'm not touching the barrel. They're in there nice and tight. What it was my deck, the pin was not out far enough because it gets taken away by sitting on top of the barrel. So that's another thing. It's hard to get apart. That's something that is really annoying to me. Since you can't take the barrel off, you have to take this top cap off, and it can be, you really have to work it to get it off. I mean, I don't know how many times I went and all that came off was the drip tip. I was like, that sucks. Now I got to sit there and kind of mess with it until I can actually get this thing off so I can actually either look at it or see how it is. And just by me doing what I was doing there, I moved the airflow completely off. So let me readjust the airflow. So those are the negatives. And those are basically just oversights in the design of the RDA. The positives of the RDA, the flavor on its outside. The flavor on it goes up against pretty much anything. It really does. 22 millimeters. The coils, there's dual coil. You can get a really, really warm vape from like a 0.15 to 0.2 build, and you can still get a really nice warm vape. If you use nichrome, if you use Canthal, it'll probably be a little cooler, but I use nichrome. The coils are nice and tight in there. There's not a whole lot of room for besides the coils, so the airflow is right on top of it. The way the airflow is set, I mean, it literally is right on the coil, so there's no ifs, ands, or buts. You're going to get a really, really flavorful vape. The price of it. The price of it blows me away. I know it's 3 years old, but you can pick these up for $9 to $12. That's a hell of a deal. And honestly, if you're thinking about getting another bottom feeder 22 millimeter, get it. The look of it, it looks nice. All black, comes in black, stainless steel, and gold. 3 really nice colors for different mods. I mean, you can pretty much match any of those 3 up with anything that you have, and it looks nice. It's subtle. It's not too big. It's not too little. It is a very attractive RDA to me. The dual or single coil option would be my last pro for it. So you can run dual coil, which I would highly suggest, or they do provide you a single coil adapter, little Ultim piece that goes and sits on the one side. Then you can turn the deck or turn the barrel here so that it only has the one airflow for the side that you have the coil. So that is a really, really nice option. If I were to rate this RDA on a scale of poor, meaning it'll hurt you, all the way up to excellent, I'm giving it a grade. Not even like a very good or great, no, great. It's great. It's a great RDA. I'm going to continue to use this probably as long as I vape. I really, really enjoyed a 22 millimeter dual coil RDA. It has a lot of airflow, nice hot vape. You don't have to vape it at 150 watts to get a nice hot vape. I'm vaping at 75 and I'm getting really, really nice flavor, great clouds. If you want to pick one of these up, man, you can grab these at Element. You can buy these at a couple of different, Daily I think has them. A couple of different websites have them. And I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you. Now, I do have something else I'm going to do before I go off here. I have a very, very special vape mail that I want to show you guys. You guys aren't going to believe this. This comes in from Hask. Hask wanted to send me something because of his appreciation of the show, and we talked for a little bit. We have a lot of things in common. A lot of things I talk about on the show he can relate to, and we have a lot of things in common. I don't want to go too much into that, but some really, really cool things about his life and my life kind of parallel each other. So he wanted to send me something. So he's like, hey, I'm going to send you something, blah, blah, blah. He told me, and I was kind of blown away. I was like, you want to send me that? Really? He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm going to send you something. So without further ado, first off, I'm going to show you the box. So he sends me this box. And on it, it says, Veronica, let Scott live. Veronica, if you're watching, let me live. Let me live, Veronica. That's my wife, for you who don't know. It says, Veronica, keep away, please. Please, he put please. Knowing that Veronica will stab someone, literally, so he put please, I like that. Veronica, do not touch. Seriously. Then he wrote seriously right there. Which I think is really funny when he tells me to do something, you're like, seriously? Don't do that. I think that's really funny. Let me grab my knife, I'm gonna open this. Fucking badass, you see that? All right, let's open this up and take a look at what is in the box. Get this open here. I'm really excited. I know what's in here. Well, I think I know. Let's see, like, pull the fast one on me. It's just like a box of turds. Could be a box of turds. That would be really funny if it were. That would be the best joke I've had played on me in a while. All right, so here we go. We're opening it. Okay, so first thing is in here. Oh no, I think I know what this is. I think I know what this is. There's a hat in here. I don't think this hat will ever be worn. If I think it's the one I think it is. No, it's not. Okay, I thought it was a Steelers hat. I have a Utah Jazz hat. Oh, you can't see it because it's a green screen. It's green. Utah Jazz. Let's see if this thing fits my giant head. Now, Hask, you have to give me a giant. I got a big head. How's that look? Pretty good? You can see right through it. How cool is that? Yeah, I'm fucking keeping that. I'll put that right there. That will be worn very often. That hat is sweet. Thank you very much for that. Let's see if there's anything else. And then inside here is what you sent me. I think I'm going to review it. I think it deserves a review. And I know I'm going to use it a ton, so I might as well review it. Inside of here is the granddaddy of all. I don't know how to open it. I have no clue. I don't have one. So what has sent me is can you see here? Is it too bright? Why is it doing that? Oh shit, I'll do it this way. Can't see it, it's too bright. A 502 designed by Mr. J. Hayes. This is number 993. So I think I take this off here. And I don't want to break anything. Okay, that comes off. So then we have a nice piece of, and here it is. J. Hayes' first RDA. There it is. Wow, just as beautiful as I imagined. He's got the squonk pin in there already. Number 993. J. Hayes is that symbol. The 502. It's a vertical coil RDA. Watched quite a few reviews on it. It's the top. Take it down so you guys can see it a little bit. There it is. He gave me some really good tips on how to install the coils, which I'm going to heed all those warnings and make sure I do it exactly the way that he told me to do it. Very, very cool. To say that I am humbled by this gesture is a complete understatement. I was absolutely blown away. Absolutely blown away that anybody would consider sending me something like this. Hask, all I can say is thank you, man. Really, I don't know. I'll be honest. I really don't like taking gifts from people because it makes me feel weird. And I feel like as somebody in recovery, like I took advantage of so many people when I was in recovery that like it's my turn now to give back to other people, or at least try to give back as much as I possibly can. But I know it meant a lot to you for me to have this, and I want you to know that I will treat this with the utmost respect, and I will certainly enjoy it, and I will put it through. I will use it as intended. Typically, when I get something this nice, and I'll be honest, typically when I get something this nice, I don't use it. I put it back in the package and I keep it, and then I just have it, and I say, you know, maybe one day I'll give it to somebody else, or maybe someday I'm going to use this as it was intended, and I will use it a lot, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It is such a beautiful, simple, and really something right up my alley. Just a nice, simple, subtle, not simple as far as functionality, but simple as far as, you know, very subtle looking RDA. And really something that really appeals to me. And that was always something I thought about the 502, is it really, really appealed to me the way that it looked. So I'm the biggest heartfelt thank you I could possibly give, man. Thank you so much, brother. You are awesome. All right, let's put this back in its little case here. I'm going to wick this up. Probably wick it up tomorrow on my day off when I'm not doing a show. But I'm going to put it back in its case for now. Isn't it cool, the little shipping container? I can't believe you can't see it. But it's basically like a little shipping crate is what the 502 comes in. So I have another piece of vape mail that I'm going to open up real quick. This will be my review for next week. So I have another RDA that I'm going to review. If you've noticed, I've been reviewing a lot of RDAs and RTAs. And the reason being is because I like them. I like them. That's what I like to get, and that's what I like to review. I do have some reviews coming on some Asmodus products. They're sending me some products from Asmodus. I don't know when they're going to get here, but I think it's a kit, and they've got a new mod that they're pushing. It's an upgrade on an old mod that they had. So they reached out to me and they want me to review it, and I said okay. So let's take a look at the next review that we have coming. Let me open this up. I purchased this. So I purchased this for the purposes of the upcoming review. As now, the Serpent RDA, I didn't purchase that. John Wright sent me that. So John Wright, thank you very much for sending me that. I absolutely love it. And let's grab. So here it is. I have no idea what this even comes in or anything, but I heard so many people talking about it that I was like, well, you know what? That might be a really, really good one to try and a really good one to review. So let's open this up. All right. Unicorn mods. You guys know what it is. And mass mods. Very cool little velvet case. It's the Axial RDA. So I'm really looking forward to this. I don't know much about it, but there it is. Really beautiful. Stainless steel. Side airflow. Airflow looks a little high to me, just out of the gate. It is bigger than I thought it was going to be. I've heard that plenty. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be. Sure is, baby. Very nice, nice and clean. Postless deck. Oh, I see why it's so high. It's a postless deck. Okay, that makes sense. There's a pretty high up, though. So let's put this on. Take this off here. See how this looks. I'm going to go through and say hi to everybody after this. So don't go anywhere. Then we're going to do a little bullshit, and then there it is. There's the deck. Too much light today to show anything. It's pretty cool. A little color coordinate. You got a little black and stainless on the deck there. That's pretty cool. Got that dips down. Yeah, I'm going to have to mess with this and see why. Oh, I see. The airflow comes in kind of swooshing from the side. Is that how it does? Is there inside? Oh, I see. So you can do honeycomb airflow, or you can do wide open. Okay, I'm with you. All right, so I'm going to mess with that later, but I'll keep that out because I am going to wick that up. All right, guys, so we do have a giveaway today from Shy Tots. We're going to do this giveaway. I'm going to, pick a number between 1 and 150. Everybody that's here, so stay around for that. Let's go through and say hi to her. Shall we? Say hi to everybody? Is that what you guys want to do? Is that what you want to do, Charles McLaren the Baron? That's what we're going to do, buddy. Let's see how many people we got here. Participants. There's not Veronica Gibson's watching. Veronica Gibson is in chat. Everybody be careful. She's making dinner tonight. I don't see everybody. I only see a list of maybe like 15 people. Put on my Utah Jazz hat for this. Fuck yeah. Look at that. I've never worn a straight brim hat. I've never worn it. How's it look? Does it look good? Does it look good in it? Does it make you look younger and cool? Does it? I'll wear it if it does. I'm being serious. Completely serious. Does it make you look younger and cool? Veronica? Hold on. Let me go back to chat and see if she said anything. Veronica, do you think it makes you look cool? Veronica said Veronica's on her way. Good, because I'm hungry. She's making chicken tonight. How do I look? Do I look cool? On a scale of like 1 to 10 and cool. Like, check me out. If I walked into, like, if you were like hanging out and you saw me walk in with my dirty old bastard t-shirt and this Utah Jazz hat, would you be like, that dude's pretty fucking cool? Or would you be like, what's wrong with that guy? You probably think, what's wrong with that guy? That's what I would think. Be like, why's that guy on his shirt? Why does it say dirty? You'd be like, he's an old dirty bastard, dude. What do you mean, why do I have an old dirty bastard shirt on? Because he's fucking awesome. You don't know who the ODB is? Yeah, you know me. I'm the ODB, as you can see. All right, let's go back and say hi to everybody. Hopefully there'll be more people on the participants list when I check it this time. No, there's not. Big G Coils, what's up, Big G? Good to see you, man. Happy you are here. Big B 69 Ti. So I like 69s too. 69s are pretty fun. You ever done 69, Big B? I'm betting you have. If that's your name, you've probably done a 69er. Have you? It's a lot of fun. A lot of stuff going on during that. A lot of stuff going on. There's all kinds of stuff going on during the 69er, man. BlackCat, White Face Vapes. That's me. I'm cool. I feel cool. I feel young. I feel literally like I'm 22 years old right now. I really feel like I'm 22 years old. Flat broke. On drugs. That's why I feel, well, I don't feel like that. Well, maybe. I don't know. Maybe later. We'll see how this all works out. Bones the Skater. What's up, Bones? Good to see you, brother. Glad you are here, sir. Mr. Cal's Irons. What's up, Cal's? How you doing, man? Great to see you, sir. I'm glad you are here. Charles McLaren. The Baron. Charles, would you wear a hat like this? Charles, would you get one? Would you wear I think it looks pretty good. I'm gonna be honest right now. I think it looks pretty good. Like, I know you can't see it, but I think I look pretty. I think I look dashing. Do I look dashing? I need to get it, like, my head's crooked. So I got to get it, like, perfectly situated on my head. So that's, because my head's crooked, if you didn't know that. It's lopsided. Like, anytime I put a hat on, it always comes on the side, because my head, yeah. I think during birth, my head was misshaped. That's what I think. I don't know. Probably not. Charlie, what's up, Charlie? How you doing, man? Great to see you, sir. Glad you are here. Don't forget, Charlie, we got a hot tub this week. You know who's going to be in the hot tub this week, Charlie? Friday? Jane died. G.I. Jane, she's going to be in the hot tub with us. It's going to get really hot. It's going to get super duper hot in the hot tub with Jane in there. Jane, I'll tell you, tell the wives not to watch, Charlie. Because there's going to be stuff going on with Jane in there that we don't want the wives to see. My adultery! Could be some adulteries going on in there. I'm gonna try to, because Veronica will be watching. She'll be watching, looking, judging. I don't want Veronica to see. Charlie, good to see you, man. Glad you're here. Clint Johnson, what's up, Clint? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Clint's like, hey, man, I missed the Vape 5 yesterday. I'm really sorry. I'm like, that's okay. You don't have to be sorry, dude. It's no big deal. I just look for you in the chat. When I don't see you, I feel like a loss. I'm glad you're here today. Oh, Charlie, it's fucking Clint's like, man, I got my bathroom worked on at 4. Who gets their bathroom worked on at 4 in the morning, Clint? Who worked on your bathroom at 4 in the morning? Like, literally, I want to know. Because that person's dedicated. That he got up out of bed, he or she, could be a she. You don't know. So that's the fucking 2000s. Could be a she. Got up at fucking 3 in the morning to go work on somebody's bathroom. Like, literally, that would not get me out of bed. Like, 3 in the morning, I'd be like, go back to sleep or go over to Clint's house and work on his bathroom. Fucking go back to sleep. Like, literally, there has to be a fire to get me. Like, literally, it has to be like, look, dude, the house is on fire. You better get up. Okay. Yeah, you're probably right. I probably should get up now. Or a tornado. Like, something coming. I need some imminent danger. You're working on your basement is not imminent danger. Frank! What's up, Frank? Yeah, you doing, brother? Great to see you. Super glad you are here. Ian Thomas, what's up, Ian? How are you, sir? Great to see you, man. Glad you are here. Jane Dodd. What's up? There she is. G.I. Jane, the proprietor, the woman of the hour, Tower of Power. She is Shy Tots E-Liquid. To get a picture of this. Get a picture of that. I need that on the webpage as soon as possible, on the Facebook page. She is Shy Tots E-Liquid. G.I. Jane. It is fantastic. And in her infinite wisdom, she decided to give this hillbilly from Ohio a shot at his own e-liquid line, Cat's Whiskers. That's what she did. It's selling out everywhere. It is all over the world. All over the world. Tokyo, it's selling out by the barrels. They're buying barrels. They're vaping it crazily in Japan, Tokyo, around there, the surrounding areas. They're vaping the shit out of it. It's the number 1 e-liquid in the world. Number 1. Joe White! What's up, Joe, man? Good to see you, brother. Glad you are here. I see you in the chats all the time, man. I'm super glad you are here, Joe. Hope you're doing well. What was I going to... Oh, Joe, did you get a new... what was I seeing? You were putting something in the chat, or I'm in a Facebook chat with Joe, and he was talking today, and he got something new, and I can't remember what it was. It was another one he gets those... what are those little boxes called that you get, Joe? What are those little boxes called that you get? I really want one. What are those things called? I'm going back to the chat. I'll be back. What are those things called? You guys remember? The little box with the button on the front, and it's like, it's got like, it's all the whole thing's encompassed. Veronica Gibson, you're killing me. Nobody gets you up. Not even a booty call. Booty call get me up, Veronica. Cleveland Brown Squonk mod would be awesome. Yes, it would, Adrian Daniels. Let me go back. I'm blowing this. I'm blowing it! Let me go back. Anyway, Joe, great to see you, man. I'm glad you're here, brother. Nick Devine. That's Hollywood Devine. Hollywood Devine is in the house. Now, if you did not see the episode yesterday, Nick's the funniest dude ever. That was fucking hilarious. He basically bought a McDonald's yesterday with his Patreon money. You guys giving him Patreon money thinking you're going to he's going to buy wire with it? He didn't buy wire. He bought a McDonald's. The guy's filthy rich now, and he doesn't talk to me. He won't even talk to me anymore. I like text after that, and he's like, what? He's like, my people will get with you. And I'm like, what? Your people? You got people now? He's like, don't you? I was like, no. I got me. I got a cat. I got my wife. My kids. I don't have people, though. I need people. Good to see you, Nick. Glad you're here. The best nickname in the YouTube is Putt Putt Wheeler in the motherfucking house. What's up, Putt Putt? Good to see you, brother. Glad you're here. Todd Black. What's up, Todd? How are you, sir? Great to see you, man. Glad you are here. Miss Tracy. Great to see you, Tracy. I'm super glad you are here. Turbo Nutta. What's up, dude? How you doing, man? Fantastic builder. Great to see you, Turbo. Thank you for joining, sir. Tyler Rose. What's up, Tyler? Axl Rose's brother. Did you know that? Tyler is actually related to Axl Rose. They both grew up together. I believe you guys were in a band together, Tyler. Were you in a band with Axl before he hit stardom, before he was welcomed to the jungle? Did you have anything to do with that stardom? That's Axl Rose's brother, Tyler Rose. Good to see you, Tyler. Glad you are here. Veronica Gibson. Hi. Hey, my brother from another mother, Mr. Woodtick Mike. I'm just kidding, Veronica. I love you. Don't kill me when you get home. You like my new hat, Veronica? I like it. I'm going to wear it. It's kind of hot, though. It's felt. It's kind of hot. I need to let my head breathe. There we go. That looks terrible. That looks fucking terrible. I wear it up like that. Hello. All right, guys. Nick here. Hollywood. My newest mod is the Stormbreaker with the bulk. There you go. But you get those little ones. What are those little ones called? The button on the front? Charlie knows what I'm fucking talking about. I love those things. What are those things called? Hi, Barbara. Good to see you, hon. Stephen Garlington in the motherfucking house. Great to see you, Stephen. Glad you are here, my brother. Dave Monteferro. What's up, Dave? How you doing, man? Great to see you. Who else did I miss? I miss Addie Tooney. What's up, Addie? Good to see you, man. Glad you're here, buddy. Thank you. Herb Williams. Patrick King. What's up, guys? What? 2.6 million, but he did get the sunglasses, which I thought was a pretty good deal. Does anyone else? Nope, that's it. All right, guys. So what time is it? 47. You guys want to do a giveaway? Can you believe I just talked for that long? I just fucking talked. Just pretty much. Off the cuff. I like to talk a little bit more. Billet box! God damn it, that's what it's called. A fucking billet box. I'm going to get one. Well, I'm not going to get one. I'm probably not going to get one. PAL 2. No, not the PAL. PAL 2. You're thinking Ian Thomas is thinking of the PAL 2. PAL 2 is very similar, but it's not a billet box. Oh, thank you, Steven. I appreciate it, man. I'll tell you, I feel like doing them live. Faceless Vapor, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Chris Gallagher, what's up, Chris? How you doing, man? Long time no see. I don't know if I haven't seen you in chat. I hope you're doing well, man. Thanks for joining. I feel like I'm getting more comfortable doing the reviews. I feel like I'm getting more comfortable doing them. And I like doing them. I like doing one a week. I don't know if I could do more than one a week, just because I don't think I know enough. And I think the more that you do them, the better you get at them, the better you recognize things that you like and don't like. It literally takes me a week to kind of figure that out. And I think what I'm going to start doing is I'm such a nerd. I take notes during the week of the products I'm reviewing. And I think I'm going to start putting those pictures up of my notes up on Patreon or somewhere. Probably Patreon. I'll start putting this up. This is actually what I wrote, like, as I was thinking about the RDA. And sometimes I cross stuff out. Like, I'll write something down. Like, one thing I wrote on it originally was that it kept shorting out. And I was like, well, I don't know if maybe the positive is not connected, but I can't adjust the negative. Like, I couldn't do anything. So I was like, there's really nothing I can do to fix this. And then I realized that it was the goddamn 5. I figured it out, that it just wasn't making contact. You can't adjust it. I like to get a carbon. Yeah, that'd be nice. Hey, Nick, how you doing? Live reviews are good. I think if I watch the chat, I don't watch the chat at all during the live review. It's just because I want to stay focused. And I have, like, in my mind the stuff that I want to tell you guys. And you know me, man. If I see a fucking... Like, I see, somebody say hi, and I'll be on a tangent, and I'll forget what I was going to say, and then I feel like I missed out on telling you guys what I was trying to say. Too much caffeine, Herb. Goddamn right. I have a cup of coffee every time I come down here. This is one cup of coffee. Yeah. I went to the post office today. I had to drop some stuff off the post office. There's a guy in front of me. He turned around. He was getting certified mail, and he had a stack of certified mail that he was getting. And he was like, well, I'm going to be here for a while. And I was like, a while? And he was like, yeah. There was only one person working in the post office in downtown Columbus, go figure. I mean, they got one fucking person working. It's like that, just the post office, right? And he said, I'm going to be here for about another hour. I was like, really? He's like, yeah. It's like, I have 2 packages I need to send. I said, do you mind if I give it a break? Get in front of you. He's like, well, no, you know, I waited. I'm like, you waited? How long have you been here? He's like, about 45 minutes. Like, so you're going to take up that teller for 2 hours? He's like, yeah. Yeah. He turned around. He's a little like chubby dude looking at me. Like, yeah. Okay. Okay. I walked away. Now, normally, I would have been like, look, dude, I'm going to go fuck outside, and I'm going to take a shit on your car. Which car is yours? I'm going to go outside and take a shit on it. Literally. I'm going to get arrested because there's probably cameras out there. I'm going to pull down my pants, and I'm going to shit on the top of your car. Because you deserve it. You deserve it. And you know you deserve it. And you know you deserve a big, heaping pile of shit. I just walked away. I was proud of myself. Walked away, and then I went to the automated thing where you had to like send. It's like send yourself. Have you guys seen these in the post office? Send yourself. It's so complicated. It's beyond complicated. Like basically, they just need to take the weight and you tell them where it's going. You pay your money. You go no. It asks you like 300 questions. Literally 300 questions. I'm like clicking through questions, typing in stuff. You have to type. They don't give you a keyboard, but you can just type it in easy. You got to type it in with the thing. Pain in my dick. And I think they overcharged me as bastards. I swear to God. I kept my fucking receipts. I'm going to call them and be like, look, I know this was not how much you say it was here. I think they overcharged me by $1 on both of them. I had 2 packages. I think they overcharged me by $1. You bet your ass I'll get credit back. I'll get that fucking $1 back. If not, I'll set Veronica on them. If I stick Veronica on them, I'll probably end up get his shit for free. Because Veronica's ruthless. Uh-oh. Rama Olin has been timed out. Let's see what Raman Olin said. He probably said I'm a dickhead. Oh my God, you were speaking so much nonsense, Bob. You're goddamn right, Rama. You should have left it hang around. Who cares? Dude, you guys hammered him. That's the one thing about coming to my chat. Like, you come to my chat and try to be a dick, you just get hammered immediately. Immediately. Not even like, nobody even plays around with you. You get fucking hammered. Dude, we timed the hell out of him. Yeah, we rarely get a troll. I rarely get. That's what happens to him. They get fucking slammed. He didn't even say anything that bad. He was just like, he can talk nonsense, which is pretty much true. If you don't know me, you feel like this guy's a fucking idiot, which I think all you guys think that, but you just enjoy it. Timing people out does feel good. All right, let's do the giveaway. I need a number. He missed the giveaway. 300 seconds. He might be able to get into it, hopefully by the end. All right. He must have had a monetized YouTube channel. Goddamn right. Give me all my fucking money. All right, I need a number between 1 and 150. Go. 1 and 150. Little cat's whiskers. I'm out for blood with my wrench. Goddamn right. It is like brutal. Somebody said that to me the other day, like, what do you do when trolls come in? I was like, what trolls? Like, you don't get trolled? I'm like, well, maybe. I was like, I don't fucking see it. I was like, as soon as they come in, they get fucking smashed. Goddamn right, big unit. Hey, Kenny. Hey, Kenny Holt. How you doing, man? I know you're back there listening. Good to see you, brother. See if anybody I missed. Tony Jenkins. What's up, Tony? How you doing, man? All right. Keep them coming, guys. 1 to 150, closest number. Mr. Pebble. What's up, dude? Reviewer Worlds RW. Good to see you, man. Steven Arena. Good to see you. Yeah, they're like, you don't have trolls? I'm like, not that I see. They're like, you don't look at the chat, do you? I was like, not really. I was like, sometimes. I look at it, and then that happens. People just get fucking hammered out. You have a big unit. Goddamn right. Bryson Relaford. Ford. Good to see you, Bryson. I like that name, Bryson. It's a good name. All right, Woodtick Mike 69er. Let's let it go for 30 more seconds, and then we'll pull it. This is a Shy Tots gift package. I forget what it is. What is it? What is today? She may not be on here anymore. You still on here, Jane? If you are, put in what we're winning today. I like this hat. It looks black. It's not black. It's green. That's why you can't see it. The camera hat's 10 inches. Goddamn. You know that from your work in the adult entertainment industry, Frank? All right. Jimmy loves to vape. 44. We're going to pull it there. All right, here we go. Number 1 to 150. to random number generator. 222. Random number generator. 3 bottles. Dustin Vapor, what's up, dude? All right, 1 to 150. Third number is going to be the winner closest to it without going over wins. 24, 82, and 86. 86. I wanted to whoop that dude's ass at the fucking post office today. I wanted to whoop his ass. I thought about it when I left there. I was like, man, I just would have loved to have gone up. Like, oh yeah, and then just walk up to the counter, like nonchalantly, and be like, oh yeah, that's all your mail right there, and be like, just grab it and throw it across the room, and just be like, there you go get it. Put my packages up there. Be like, later, dude. Peace. See ya. But Drunk Scott probably would have done that. Drunk Scott wouldn't have thought rationally. Drunk Scott would probably assaulted his mail. I would have thrown it. I probably got arrested. And I don't want to get arrested in Franklin County. Franklin County sucks because this is where Columbus is. They take you down to Franklin County Jail. That sucks. I don't want to sit in Franklin County Jail. That sucks. Even for like an hour or two. I'd probably be in there all night. But that sucks. Too many smelly people. All right. What was the number? Hold on. D-Bone! 86, guys. 86. Close to this number without going over. Then go get your mail. It's all over the floor, pal. All right. 65. 76. Adrian Daniels. 76. Does anybody beat 76? 78. Mr. Pebble. 78. Does anybody beat 78? Damn, D-Bone, you were off by 1. 78. Mr. Pebble. 78's our winner. Mr. Pebble. Congratulations, brother. You are the winner, man. Good for you. 70. Let me make sure. 77. I didn't see a faceless. 77. And 78 is our winner. Congratulations, Mr. Pebble. All right, guys. Well, it has been real. Now, there's no show tomorrow, but I'll be back with the Vape Hot Tub on Friday with Miss G.I. Jane. What the fuck? He just took my money, $59. You give me $59. I'll fucking make you orange. Yeah, I'll probably send you a full frontal nude of me. $59.99. I'm cheap, dude. I am cheap. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Tonight on the YouTubes, you have Heavy Metal Vapor is on. Never heard of them. That's on at 9 o'clock. And then you have on Golf Tea Vapes at 10:30. Tune in. I'll be in the chat of both of those shows to see you guys and hang out and talk. Thanks so much for watching. If you got a comment or anything about the video that you like, leave it below, man. I'd really, really appreciate it. And I will see you Friday on the Vape Hot Tub. Make sure you hear Miss Jane Dodd is going to be on. We're doing a lot of giveaways. It's going to be an absolute blast. You guys have a fantastic night. I will see you very soon on Friday for the Vape Hot Tub.